And we're live.
They see us.
I see us.
Thanks, Scott.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Cast Gamers playing Galactic 2E. Sorry for the delay here. Anybody waiting for us to get started streaming? We are a little bit late. Some technical difficulties on the streaming end. Apparently, I'm not able to host the stream as well as I thought I might be able to, so we'll work on that. But welcome. We are a group of applied and therapeutic practitioners who use and explore the benefits of tabletop role-playing games in our work. We're glad to have you here with us. If this is your first time watching, welcome, as I said earlier. And we're happy to share this game with you tonight. We'll be here sharing games with you every Friday night, as much as we can anyway. That is our goal. And make sure to come check us out on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. More info down below. We're all a bit new to this, but we're happy to share our experiences and our games with you. So with that, I want to get things going as quickly as possible here tonight. So I am first going to start by turning it over to Tim for some quick announcements.
Oh.
Did you have some announcements prepared for us, Tim?
So announcements are
Nobody will.
not written down.
Come on, Tim. I gave you.
You gave him at least an hour.
Yeah. So we have stuff and things prepared. So announcements are for next week because I can't remember what any of them are.
Okay. Yeah, we'll come back to that.
And
Like I
I'm
said,
having technical difficulties over here too.
we're working on it. All right. Then from there, I'm going to turn it over to Neil for a quick recap from our last session.
All right, absolutely. So after introducing our characters and developing further relationships, we started our first Galactic 2E scene at an abandoned Mandate shuttle filled with treasure. Well, some treasure. We weren't really sure exactly what kind of treasure. The whole group left, except for the princess and Zuri, my character. The plan was to get supplies. There were ominous sounds and lights, and when they went down a hallway in the shuttle, they found some Mandate droids. Rahuko rammed into some of them with his strength, and Nuxo shot them all to pieces. They gathered up some items that they needed to fix the ship, and as they went deeper into the ship, they came across a lot of bones and a metal pyramid. This metal pyramid turned out to be a holocron? Yeah, so the group managed to keep Roz from submitting to the dark side, so that was good. And then a destruct timer started on the shuttle for who knows what reason. And the group ran back to their ship. A droid followed them, and there was this odd creature that was inside of the droid. Travis refused to allow anything unknown on the ship, and Nuxo shot it down before heading inside. As we flew away, the shuttle blew up, and as the others came back on the shuttle, they could smell the usual scent of cleaning fluids and cherry pie.
All right.
Was that because you were baking a cherry pie?
Yes.
Well, we'll have. Come on. Way to spoil the surprise.
I
Spoiler
mean, I don't know if
alert.
that was the smell
Maybe.
of the cleaning
I was
fluid,
gonna say maybe the cleaning product smelled like cherry pie. We'll have to find out.
or maybe whatever race Zuri is, their farts
We're
smell like
human.
cherry pie.
Yeah,
We're
Zuri's
human.
human.
Probably not.
Scott is already in character.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And with that, speaking of getting into character, one of my many skills is trying my best to segue as best as possible. I'm going to turn it over to Menachem to help check us into this game. A new quick little thing that we're going to try and do during each of our streams is a brief check-in and check-out. Kind of one of the therapeutic tools that we would use to get into character and also come out of character to create a space for ourselves to play in. But I'll give it over to Menachem.
Thank you, Dustin. So check in and check out are good ideas in any game you're playing, but they're especially good if you're using applied gaming in spiritual or therapeutic settings to check in and check out with all your players. Also, it helps bring us into what is called the magic circle, a much debated and discussed concept in gaming. That is, the magic circle is the place and time of play where we enter into the circle, soccer field, a table, a Zoom stream, Twitch stream. Things happen where the normal rules of daily life don't necessarily apply completely. And then we leave the circle somewhat transformed. Maybe we won the soccer game and we're thinking about winning, or maybe we lost and we're rethinking, how do we win again? Or maybe our characters taught us something. So we're going to check in and ask some of these questions. What maybe are we thinking about? What might we learn from the characters? And we're each going to give brief responses to each question, like one sentence. If you want to tell a story about the advice your character gives you about a conflict at work where Barb insulted James and James took it out on you, and so you blew off the meeting and got extra order of extra large cheese fries, don't tell the story. At most, say something like, regarding a conflict at work, Rahuko would tell me everybody make tea and imply I can rip their arms off if they don't get it together. So there's 7 of us, so that's why we're going to be brief and quick, okay? And I always like to do a moment of silence, which we'll do a super short one, just to help facilitate that switch from tech issues and dinner into game time. So I'm going to invite all the players to just breathe deeply from your diaphragm, from your belly. Just imagine using the fullness of your lungs.
Or the Force.
Or the Force. And just pay attention to that for 25 more seconds. And now, each one of us will take a moment to answer 2 questions, briefly. The questions are, what hopes, thoughts, concerns do I have about today's game? And what advice do I have for my character? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Can you repeat those questions?
What hopes, thoughts, and concerns do I have about today's game? And what advice do I have for my character? I'm going to throw these into the Twitch chat.
Thank you. Well, number 1, technical difficulties are always a concern for streaming. And number 2 would be what advice do I have for my character? Make sure you keep the AC on because it's hot.
All right. And
Are we
we move on to the next
popcorning?
person. Yes, we're popcorning.
So that means, Tim, you have to pick the next person.
Oh, well, then I'll pick Roz.
Open my big mouth.
Yeah.
So my concerns about today's session are twofold. One, I have plans immediately following this. So I'm concerned with how focused and mindful I'm going to be in the game session today. And concerned that I'm leaving early, and having that FOMO. So my advice for my character, for Roz, it was probably stop hazing the medic.
Sound advice. Pick the next person.
I select my longtime compatriot and warming blanket, Rahuko.
Well, thank you. Hopes, thoughts, concerns about today's game. I'm trying to think. I'm not sure. I don't have too much in mind for this game. I'm continuing to try and explore Rahuko and what they are trying to figure out, basically, at this point. And then what advice do I have for my character? Stop worrying about everyone else, maybe?
Name the next person.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I gotta do that. I was like, no, I'm done. What do you? I'm gonna pass it over to Kayla.
I knew you were going to say that.
I
That's okay. Okay, what hopes, thoughts, concerns do I have about today's game? It's been a long week here in Minneapolis, so I'm feeling extra tired. So maybe I'm a little worried that I'm not going to lose focus because I'm tired and ready for the weekend. Let's see, what advice? I would tell Draxus to remain vigilant.
Who are you going to call on?
Tennille.
All right. I would say that my concern is definitely the fact that I don't know Star Wars that much. And that's kind of a concern that I have, like, in and out, because I'm not nearly a fan of Star Wars as the rest of this group. But, you know, sometimes it's an issue, sometimes it's not. And then I think another thing is just wanting my character to be a little bit more brave. So the advice I'd give Zuri would be to take a look at facing your fear. And I'm going to pop it off to Nuxo.
Good choice, because then I can go back to Menachem. I think my concern is that it is warm here, and so I might lose focus and not pay as much attention to what my character should be doing, and I hope I can bring myself back because I always enjoy playing. And my advice to Nuxo is slow down. I'm going to send it back to Menachem.
Thank you. So my hope, I'm really enjoying playing Cranky as a Carl, as a cranky old guy, and I want to bring some of that into my daily life. And my advice for Carl would be to drop it and open the heart at the right times. So now, before we go into the game, we're going to do the little ritual of opening the magic circle, of stepping into the magic circle. And each person will say their player name. So I would say, and then each person says their player name, and then everybody else repeats that. And then the person says their character name, and each person repeats that. So, for example, I am going to say, I am Menachem.
Hello, Menachem.
Menachem.
I am Carl.
Carl.
Hi, Carl.
Hi, Carl.
Thanks, Carl. I am Dustin,
Hi, Dustin.
Hello, Dustin.
and I am Rahuko.
Hi, Rahuko.
I love you, Ranko. I am Tim,
Hello, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
and I am playing Draba.
Hi, Draba.
Hi,
Hi,
Draba.
Draba.
Wherever you are,
Meet you.
Draba.
It's going to be
Looking forward to meeting
interesting.
you.
I'm Lara.
Hi, Lara.
Hi, Lara.
Laura.
Hello, Lara.
I'm Nuxo.
Hello,
Hello,
Nuxo.
Hi,
I
Nuxo.
think so.
I'm Scott.
Hello,
Scott.
Hi,
Scott.
I'm Roz.
Hi, Raz.
Raz.
Hello, Roz.
This is
Roz would think that.
I'm
Right.
Tennille.
Hi,
Hello,
Tennille.
Hi,
So,
Tennille.
Neil,
Neil.
I'm Zuri.
Hi,
Hi,
Zuri.
Zuri. I'm Kayla.
Hello,
Hi,
Kayla.
Hey,
Kayla.
Kayla.
I'm Draxus.
Hello,
Hi,
Captain.
Draxus.
Hi, Draxus.
Yeah, Captain.
Captain.
Cousin.
Captain Draxus.
Oh, Captain.
Or would be Captain Drake. Which do you prefer?
Either is fine.
So that's gonna bring us into our game tonight. Where did we leave off exactly? I can't really remember the exact moment. I think we were just kind of flying off.
We were
to
back on the ship.
back on the ship.
We have to do the
asteroid thing.
relationship. We have to do the relationship questions.
Ah, yes.
for our new friend.
Should we meet Draba first, or do we do the relationship?
We
Well-
haven't met.
We'll
Draba.
meet Draba and then we'll do some relationship questions.
I was told there would be pie.
So we're eating pie on the ship, huh?
Where are you?
We
got to
do the pillars, don't we?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
do we-
do.
Do we want to establish that maybe?
We should definitely establish the pillars.
Because we did bring some of it in, but then
So, those of you out in Twitch and YouTube land, do you know what the pillars are?
We should probably explain it.
Who has the best understanding how to explain what the pillars are?
I've been called on. So pillars are settings and elements that include locations and NPCs, non-player characters. Right? And we take turns as players playing one of the pillars and making moves from the pillar in sort of like a game master sort of way. If the mandate or empire shows up at our building and wants to talk to us, one of us will pick up the pillar that says the mandate, and we will control the officers and troopers who are interrogating us as a player for the rest of the players. So there are currently 4 pillars. Have we included? Are we bringing in any others? Because I don't have copies of those. If we are,
We have not yet.
Not yet.
okay. So let's see. I have 2 of them here. I have the space between, which is the Force. When the Force gets called into play, you may pick up the space between and make some moves. We have the mandate, which is everybody's favorite empire, where, again, when the mandate shows up, you take on GM roles with the mandate. We play the liberation, which is the good guys. Though if you want to get in a debate about that, now is not the time.
Certain point of view.
Rebels, resistance, whatever we're
Yes.
at. Yeah.
Yes. And then there's also scum and villainy. The smugglers, the thieves, the crooks, the vagabonds of this world.
Ibs.
Or this lovely group of people that travel the world, or the universe, I should say.
I
We are
love
smugglers.
Galaxy.
I love how all these pillars have long descriptions on them, and then the scum and villainy just says, criminals. I think Riley Ryhall was like talking about developing the descriptions for all the pillars for this game, and something I was listening to her on, and she said she just kind of wrote it in there as a placeholder, and then she was like, "Yeah, sure, that actually just works. I'm gonna."
That describes it all. That's all you need to know.
We may introduce new pillars from the Galactic 2 jam on Itch.
Yep.
Take
Which
a
I
look. There's
believe
a
was
lot
one
of
of
good.
your announcements, Tim.
That was one of my announcements. Now, speaking about announcements that I remember, one of the announcements is there's a Galactic 2E jam going on right now, game jam going on itch.io. And the playbook that I am playing as, the weird little space freak, is a part of that game jam. So go check it out if you're interested in this. There's lots of cool playbooks and also a lot of cool pillars that people have created.
Yeah, as well as the Elder that I am playing is also from that game jam. Cool. So let's set some of these up. Let's set some like desires for the different pillars and get a little more feel for them. The interesting thing about this, and I can't remember if we used it last time at all when we used the pillars a little bit. Pillars can get tokens as well. So if there's a character that represents the mandate or the space between, that's kind of controlled by that pillar, they can gain tokens to use to take moves as well. So keep that in mind. It's kind of a interesting, different mechanic that was added into this game for a belonging outside belonging game.
Yeah, and the pillars can give us tokens as well.
Mhm.
I believe so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So last we knew, we were on our way to a planet. Are we going to make another stop in order to meet Drava? Or are we going to just make it to the planet where we're going to meet Drava?
Make it to the planet, and then we'll
Okay.
meet Drava.
Let's make it to the planet, folks.
Yeah.
Take us
Okay.
away, Captain.
Do we want to choose the desires first for our pillars?
Yeah, let's do that real quick. How about you scum and villainy people, you know, like Raz and
Nuxo.
yeah, you're playing the scoundrel playbook as well,
Mm-hmm.
Lara, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kick the scum and villainy one over to you two to decide on pillars, I think. Or
But we
desires.
each kind of pick one of these desires, Scott.
Okay,
Scott.
where should I be looking? On my character sheet.
It's not on your character sheet. So we can choose from uncomfortable bargains, understanding, the jackpot. I have a feeling you're going to pick that
I think I
one.
just decided for him.
Yeah. Secrecy, strings to pull, escape from this livelihood, fresh blood, enough credits to get through the week. That also might be.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
So for you, I see either the jackpot or the enough credits.
I mean, I gotta pick one. Oh, so hard. I mean, jackpot.
This is what
You
the
went to
scum and
jackpot.
villainy in general want to.
Yeah,
Right,
this is
in
like
general. Yeah.
Wait, yeah, this isn't what my. This isn't
No,
what my
that's not
character
what you
wants.
want. But this is what in general the
They wanna
bad
win big.
guys want. The scum and
Yeah,
villainy.
they want to win, and they want to win big.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Of course they do.
I kind of
Full
think.
drugs.
I'm leaning either strings to pull or uncomfortable bargains. If anyone has any input on ones they would like to see.
I
What
love
kind
the
of
idea of
bargains would you be
uncomfortable
making?
The uncomfortable kind.
The uncomfortable kind,
Yeah.
but that's
But what is
Yeah.
that?
So open to interpretation.
Do it.
all right. We're gonna do uncomfortable bargains
Yeah.
and then the jackpot.
Okay.
Menachem, I feel like you and I should take the space between.
I was
me.
thinking that too.
Yeah.
All right. So for the space between, we've got solidarity, difficult choices, balance, intense bonds and uncontainable emotions, solitary training, enlightenment, revelation, and unity with those who came before.
And I'm drawn to enlightenment and revelations, but I'll pick one of those. What are you thinking?
I'm drawn to difficult choices and unity with those who came before. I think I'm much more interested in unity with those who came before.
I'm interested in. I want revelation instead of just regular enlightenment.
You want a revelation? I want a revolution.
So you're picking difficult choices.
Nope, I'm unity with those who came before.
Okay. Sorry, does Common Villainy pick enough credits or jackpot?
Jackpot.
Jackpot.
Okay. Who wants to choose for the liberation?
I think Traxxas and Zori might.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
can.
like that idea.
Okay.
So the desires for the liberation is retaliatory violence, long shot missions, hope renewed, military strategy, imagination of a better world, ideological discourse, or working together.
What do you want, Tennille?
Retaliatory
I
violence.
was like, that's the one I was gonna pick.
Smiled as soon I knew that was yeah,
Because that's what you guys have been doing this whole time.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you gotta pick another one.
Yeah.
Give them one of the ideological ones, like working together, a better world.
Well, that's what I was gonna choose whatever the opposite was. So.
Yeah.
Imagining a better world through retaliatory violence.
Actually, so
Basically.
I'm gonna take ideological discourse.
All right.
I mean, doesn't that practically describe Star Wars, right? Imagination of a better world through retaliatory violence.
I guess so, yeah.
And since I
You
was,
attack us, we'll blow up a planet.
I guess since I was the GM to start all this, I should be the mandate.
Guess so.
Absolutely. Go for it, Tim.
I think there is hierarchy and order for one of them. And I think the other one, I'm torn between two of them right now. And I want to know what everyone else thinks. An end to the Nova or a dominion over the space between.
Ooh,
I'm
Dominion.
drawn. I think there was. Let me see. In my. Let me see. In the Elder Playbook.
I was kind of drawn to restoration of an old order, which would be closer to like dominion over the space between.
Okay.
But
Well,
Oh yeah,
in-
one of the things I chose was Three Scars of the Iridium War. The mandate holds the keys to the space between. So
Okay.
like, if we want to continue that, yeah, I'm interested in Dominion over the space between.
okay.
I like that too.
Okay. That sounds like it's a sell. So the dominion over the space between and hierarchy and order.
Of course, they want
Awesome.
fucking hierarchy.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I dig it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And it also fits, I feel like, with what we introduced in the last session with the mandate shuttle with like the we need a non-copyright term for the bad guy space between users.
The Empire?
No, the
The
code of-
Inquisitors.
Oh,
the Inquisitors. Yeah.
we're good.
I love those as bad guys. They're phenomenal. Anyway.
All right, so we do need to learn some more about Draba. I have no idea who Draba is.
So let's start our first scene. Like,
Yeah.
let's get to the planet, and I'll introduce myself.
Yes, we're having an in medias res introduction of drama.
Yes.
As
Yes.
the story is playing out.
Yes.
I'm wondering
Okay.
where
You
that's
wanna
gonna
ask
happen.
So you want to ask your questions later then?
Yeah, I'll ask my questions when I'm introduced.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, I think let's say we're landed already. Draxus is going to disembark with the princess and is standing at the spaceport.
Are we in their spaceport or are we in their private compound?
I don't know.
I mean, I think it would make sense that you're in the private compound because you were hired by her father to retrieve her.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd probably have access codes to get there.
Okay. Yeah. That's what Draxus is doing.
So
I'm futzing with the ship and then going to disembark.
Okay.
Where is everyone else at? What are you doing?
I feel like Roz would be like following Draxus and the princess.
Totally.
Yeah.
Not altruistically. Let me specify more. She's a princess. She has wealth. She won't mind the silver going missing, or notice the silver going missing.
But also remember, she kind of offered you a job
When did that happen?
in the last Suede episode, I believe.
I have no recollection of this.
That fits your character.
Also, I have no recollection of this. So, whatever. We'll deal with that one after I steal her silverware.
What about Nuxo and Rahuko? What are you guys doing?
I think Nuxo is trying to keep an eye on the kid.
So are we here at this planet? Is that?
Yeah, we're in the space. We're in the private port. Yeah.
Oh, the private port.
We've like landed already, and most of us have already disembarked.
Zuri is working on like a special gift for the princess in the kitchen, and she's gathering up like special items, decorating things with like ribbon and nice things like that.
Also, is there still pie left?
Yes, there's still pie left.
Then I am currently eating a piece of pie.
While you're walking, planning on how to
Makes sense.
steal the silver from the princess. Gotcha.
Makes
So
sense.
you literally have sticky fingers.
Literally.
There's just a
Yes.
trail of cherry,
Ugh.
of like slightly cooked cherries.
Always messing up the ship.
I'm gonna have to clean that up.
Fingerprints everywhere.
Ugh.
I feel like at this point, like the princess's father comes out, hugs the princess, does a whole like greeting thing, comes over to like Draxus and hugs Draxus, like so grateful for bringing the princess back. And with him is a fluffy creature, short, round, massive ears.
Are you playing an
furry
Ewok?
body. Nope.
Are you
big
playing
old
like
pupils,
Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank?
like huge.
Are you playing a
pupils,
walking Furby?
big old whiskers?
Are you playing a raccoon?
No.
No,
Let
he's a
him finish
mogwai.
describing.
He's a mogwai. It's
Mogwai.
obvious. Yeah, brown and white mottled. Don't feed them after midnight.
Has
Feed 'em after midnight.
has a tiny little suit on. Like when you look at this creature, he looks adorable. He has these big old eyes, fluffy. Looks kind of like a cat, like just looks cute. And kind of looks up at Nuxo and goes, "Hey, how you doing?"
I'm doing okay, Furball.
Oh, if you want to call me Furball, that's fine. But hey, you look kind of useful. Like you've got that big old gun there, and that other gun, and is that a vibro knife?
This is your Teens in Space character. It's the voice. What was his name? I forget his name, but that's the voice you're using, and I love it.
Whiskey Rich.
What do you want my guns for?
Well, I don't want your guns. I don't know how to. That gun's bigger than me.
What
Look at
do
me,
you think
I'm only like 3 feet tall. What do you want me to do here?
What do you think? What do you
rifle?
think I can help you with?
I just, I need a little help getting off planet side, maybe going and exploring the galaxy. I just want to explore. And you look like you're someone safe to travel around because you got all those big old guns. So, what do you say we make an arrangement here, and I can like maybe supply you with some, coin or credits or whatever your species likes to collect as a source of income. If I can supply it, then
I take multiple sources of income, but I'd have to talk to my captain first.
Oh wait, you're not the one in charge?
Technically, no.
So
But I am the muscle.
is the big fur ball, is that one in charge?
No, the one over there hugging the king. The
hugger?
The hugger.
The hugger?
Draxus is like
in charge.
stock still, but Draxus is like standing like stock still, like looking at like Carl, like what is this? What is this?
He's still calling you the hugger, though.
Hey, sorry, Your Majesty, can I have a word with the
Draxus.
with the Draxus? Is that a title or is that a name?
Yes.
It's my name. What do you need?
I would love to have a private inquiry with you.
Okay.
Now I see that you're engaging in some ritual of hugging.
Yep. Maybe later we can have a chat.
This sounds like a wondrous opportunity for the both of us.
I'm like, Nuxo, where did this one come from?
He came walking up with the king?
Does the king know you?
Your Majesty, can you explain the opportunity here to Draxus that they have here to bring me aboard?
Because we mostly only have, right, Draxus, useful people on board, mostly?
Right. Mostly.
Mostly.
There are
What's
some
more
exceptions.
useful than someone that's over 900 years old? I mean, come on. My species, maybe they eat sentient beings or something. Like I could just devour something for you and just get rid of it. Something that's kind of annoying.
You have an eye stalk with a third eye
Does the king know?
and a cape.
Does the king know? I'm gonna look at the king
Like the king's like looking at you like, oh yes, you should take this fine gentleman, and like kind of like gets all the way down and is like patting him on the back. Like, he is a useful advisor.
Okay. I don't know if we need advisors.
Draxus. You know what else is useful about someone like this? Small people fit into small spaces.
Oh, I can fit into anything. You'll put me into like a
Suitcase.
Yeah, what that guy said.
That
Jeffrey's
might
tubes.
work. Okay, well, that could be useful.
Okay, what's your name?
Me?
Yes,
Oh, well, what's your name? I'm Draba.
I'm Carl.
Carl, nice to meet you. You might have to like bend down a little bit to shake my hand, but
Nice to meet you. What do you do?
well, I advise advisable things.
Like, give me some good advice right now.
I have cute eyes and you should pet me.
Go for it, Roz.
I
Did he
like
just?
lick the cherry juice off of one of my hands
Oh, no.
Oh no.
and kind of pet him.
At least if you're
half
gonna
pet.
do it under the ear.
I scritch him under the ear.
His leg starts to shake a little bit.
Oh no.
How much does Draba weigh?
Draba is probably like, he might be like 50 pounds soaking wet.
Dibs. I reach down and I like pick up Draba like under the belly like a cat. Wait, hold on. Vader, come here. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. Oh, he will. Come here. I just like pick him up like football style.
Draxus is gonna look at Roz and go,
Mine.
"You're gonna take care of it, right?"
But
I look
hey,
down.
you don't-
I look down. Do I need to walk you?
What do you mean you have to walk me? I got 2 legs. I could do that myself.
Do you wipe your own ass?
Do you use a refresher?
Yeah, we're good here. I think it's
Okay.
self-cleaning. Like a
Okay.
fur blog.
Your Majesty, are you requesting that we take this advisor on board with us?
The king is just like, yes.
Are you paying
He
us?
is the most useful creature you'll come across.
Thank you for your diplomacy.
Hey, Draba. Quick question.
Yes.
Have you been neutered or spayed?
I have a quick question for you. Can you put me down?
I don't know. Your Majesty, what are the leash laws in this planet?
Kid, put him down.
I'm not a pet.
Have you never
That's-
seen like?
That's what I say to Rahuko, and yet
What's a rahuko?
that guy.
That guy.
You call that thing a pet? He's bigger than you.
No, I'm his pet.
Oh, that makes sense.
Not in a weird way. Don't make it weird.
I wasn't thinking weird stuff.
Braxis, it looks like we have a mascot.
I guess so.
If that
Where
was
do you have
board,
to
I'll be
go?
your mascot.
Where you gotta
Wherever
go?
you're going. Wherever
Oh,
you're going.
You're staying with us. There's no stop for you?
He mentioned exploration.
Okay.
Look, all I want to
Do
do
we
is
really
go out
explore?
into the stars and
Okay.
see other things. Maybe
Okay.
find another one of me.
Okay, there are no others of you?
I mean, maybe there are. I don't know.
Okay.
You haven't found one, and you said 900 years.
Yeah, maybe I'm 900 years, something like that.
Okay. Okay.
I'm assuming that the king invites everyone to like a dinner.
Oh yeah.
You know, like we just did like this big thing for the king bringing back his daughter. I'm sure there are credits exchanged, dinner. What does this look like for us?
Zuri, I have a question. Zuri, are you still on the ship?
Zuri is going to she'll be one of like the last people to leave the ship. Are you still on the ship?
I was thinking I would have like sat there, like if you were like hanging out or something, I would have not left you alone. I would have sat there with
Okay.
you, drinking
Yeah,
a tea or
yeah.
something.
So yeah, she's got like this special gift for the princess, and it's, I guess you could call it like a futuristic basket with like muffins and like sweet candies and different things that she's collected, that she knows that the princess will enjoy, because I'm not sure if we're leaving the princess here, but Zuri's gonna miss her.
I imagine he's either going to have a celebration dinner or a small private affair, not to announce that she's back to other people.
Yeah, I think it should probably be like a private affair.
That makes sense.
So we have a few hours before dinner.
So I'm going to ask one of my questions now.
Okay.
And it's going to be to Draxus. What will it take for you to see me as a part of the crew?
Draxus will see you as a part of the crew if you do something amazing or like make some kind of sacrifice for the betterment of the crew or the princess.
Well, let's start with actually just like being somewhat mildly useful.
Yeah. And the other question I'm going to ask is going to be to Nuxo. What about me grosses you out?
Oh.
This is so sad because he's so fluffy and like
Yeah.
a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I was gonna say maybe he smells, but I don't know. You shed, and it grosses me out.
Okay. I'm sure that might bother Zuri a little bit too.
I'm gonna need to use my vacuum hose.
Floby.
Yeah, I was just gonna
There
say that.
somewhere,
The flow.
yeah.
Mhm.
Get a Floby for the Furby.
It's amazing.
So, what do we want to frame the next scene to be?
Do we want it to be dinner? Or do we want it to be like the next day? Does anybody get
Is there anything to
messages?
role
Or...
play at a meal, or is it time? Is it just really time to get back on the ship and go somewhere to role play?
We can do a scene at dinner. That's cool. But
Yeah, wasn't the princess talking about staying with the crew?
I think so.
Her father's probably gonna be upset.
I
Also,
think
I
she
would
said something
suggest
along about not wanting to leave Draxus.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Why is that?
is there some type of thing going on?
You'd have to ask the princess.
In classic space opera fashion, we can also have an interlude scene between scenes where we zoom in on the bad guys, the villains, some other faction plotting something, right?
So, would you like to take the mandate or the scum and villainy?
That could be kind of cool, Scott. I like that.
I would say like a scene with the mandate and scum and villainy, where the princess has just gotten back planet side, right? And while we did land in the private chambers, that's not necessarily a secret, or maybe that is, this is the opportunity to break that secret to the mandate, right? We've been hiding her. So what was it? The princess was being originally transported by the Obsidian Dawn. No, that's not right.
No, Rancor Fang.
Rancor's Fang, right? And so the Rancor's Fang is still watching out for her, and they were transporting her somewhere. So
True.
possibly to the mandate.
So, would you like to take control of one of those playbooks and take control of a scene?
Yes. So we need a scene with scum and villainy, which I will take control of, and the mandate.
Okay. Does anyone feel passionate about controlling a character from one of those factions?
Scott claims scum and villainy. Who wants to play someone from the mandate or the mandate?
What are we wanting to do with the mandate?
Or are they the ones after the princess? Is that kind of what we're speculating here?
It might be.
Is that a
Sounds
scene
like,
we're trying to do?
We don't.
And
yeah,
that
we
they
don't know
went
yet.
into cahoots with.
A good point. Who were
The mandate could be there, or another bounty hunter, or the Rancor's Fang auxiliary could be there. Any number of things.
killed a lot of them?
Yeah,
We did. We did.
did.
I did.
Nixo killed
I
a
did.
lot.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking someone in the palace is contacting the Rancor's Fang.
Okay. So
And-
like
and
a
so it's-
secret agent in a way.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to take control of someone in the Rancor's Fang or the agent?
I was going to be the agent.
Okay.
Or another scum and villainy group?
Yeah, it's kind of like two scum and villainy groups,
Okay.
but the mandate might need to be part of the scene too. So, Lara, you were the other scum and villainy person. Do you want to do this with me?
I could do that. I also think Nixo would probably be here and involved, but yeah. Let's do it.
I think we're having an interlude of none of the characters.
Yeah, this is with
Yeah.
none of the characters.
Oh, none of the characters. Okay,
None
cool.
of the characters.
This is a villain cutscene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a-
Dylan cutscene. All
Yep.
right, then yeah, sure. I'll be one of the Rancor's Fang people.
I don't know how to do this voice quietly, so I'm moving the mic away. Hopefully this works.
I'm ready to pull my earplugs.
Hello, yes. Is this the Rango's Fang?
It's gonna take me a minute to grab their composure. Yeah.
I
Who is this?
was told to contact this number if I should see the princess again. I was promised funds, credits for information.
You'll get what you get when we get the princess. Where is she?
Oh no, Bobby. That's not how this works. No. First you transfer the credits, and then I tell you where she is. But let's just say, and I adjust my my scullery uniform. I have it on first-hand authority that she's somewhere planet side, eh?
Well, thank you. And they end the call, and now they are on their way to the planet.
This always happens. Payment first.
Okay.
Okay. So Rancor's Fang is on their way, unbeknownst to.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But to dinner?
To dinner.
By the way, the reason I picked Scum and Villainy is because I can't do Empire voices, but I can definitely do Scum and Villainy voices.
That's better than none of the voices that I can.
Right.
I can do none.
So the king sets up a impressive but not high celebration dinner. You know, like we get invited to a personal family meal is what happens.
I'm sure it's elaborate. It's just
Yes.
small.
Mm-hmm.
Draba is one of the first to come in. Kind of he's short, but he's quick for a little guy. Kind of like walks past everyone without them actually noticing it at first. Goes, sits down, one of the first ones to sit down besides the princess and the king, and he takes like a stool from the corner and puts it down so he could sit up like on the table more, like almost like a booster seat.
Oh, they had a high chair for you already.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
In fact, they had delicacies from each of our cultures, if they knew what they were.
Okay.
I'm just taking from all the other delicacies because they don't actually know what mine are. So I'm just like, oh, like I take like look like frog legs almost, and I'm about to take a bite and I realize everyone's not like seated, and like the king and the princess are both kind of looking at me like, are you gonna start eating? And I like slowly like put the frog legs back down on my plate.
Roz already has a frog leg in his mouth, and he looks at you like, "What?"
No, don't do it.
He reaches over for your frog leg.
I just like look around at everyone like, is this?
I put a hand on Roz's arm.
Hungry.
Feel free to smack the kid if you need to.
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah.
I'll definitely do it. I smacked the kid's hand.
Shh.
Oh. This is the proper etiquette, right? And he's like, I just like fold my hands and I'm just like, waiting.
The royal family sits down and gestures to us. We sit down.
Oh, I was supposed to be standing.
You've been here longer than us. You should know what their customs are.
Yeah, you know, I pay attention to that stuff.
Hey, Roz, pretend you're working on a big heist deal in a fancy restaurant, and you have to figure out how to blend in first. I whisper to him.
Did he just
Pretend.
do a nose thing, Nuxo?
Mm-hmm. He did.
And I emphasize pretend.
I was gonna say, Carl. Pretend? I don't know if he's pretending.
Does he know how to pretend?
All of a sudden, Roz is like very well behaved, and he kind of like, you know, is like guffawing a little bit after what Rahuko said.
Is
Dinner
Zuri
served.
here?
Yeah, Zuri sits down to eat, but almost as soon as she sits down, there's like a beeping sound goes off on her communicator. And she takes a look at it and she looks to the princess and king and says, my sincerest apologies. I really have to take this. And she stands up and she kind of heads out of the room to take the call.
Who's that pretty lady? Why didn't anyone introduce me to her?
And so we go, okay, Tim. All right.
She is the second mate. Pilot.
She was looking
That's my
after the ship
cousin.
when we came.
Or is he first mate? I forget. I'm making that up.
Number
She flies the
one, so
ship.
first mate.
Yeah.
Oh, number one. So she's the captain.
No,
No, that's me.
captain.
Oh, there's
then
two
the first
captains.
No, one captain.
mate. One captain.
Zuri's my cousin.
Wait.
Rahuko is gonna get up and go after Zuri if they're gone for a minute.
Is this a thing we're supposed to be doing as a custom of yours or something? Like, are we supposed to get up
No.
and start standing on his high chair? Is there like a problem happening right now? Why are they? I think this is kind of.
She just had a phone call.
It wasn't rude, right?
No.
She
I
just
don't
needed
think
some
so.
privacy.
Should I go check on them and make sure everything's okay?
I think Rahuko's got it.
Sits back down. He starts eating his frog leg.
Really quick, has
Sits down and starts
anybody
eating frog legs.
has anybody used an actual move without realizing they used one?
That's right, I have moves.
There's this thing called moves in this game that we talked about last week that none of us really.
But none of us are using them right now.
So yeah, Zuri is, I think I would say that she's probably gone in the hall with Rahuko for about 3 minutes. And Rahuko's kind of like in the background while she's having a conversation with someone. And then when she finishes, she comes back in and she sits next to her cousin and says, "We've got another job, and this is a good one."
We got a job?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is time for a celebration. My first job on the crew. I'm on the crew, right? I grabbed the most disgusting thing on the table that everyone's like, what is he eating? And I just start shoveling it into my
That's
face.
a napkin. That's a napkin. You don't eat that. And it's a dirty napkin. Go.
Oh, that's why it had so much flavor. It was like a flavor saver.
It's covered
no.
in cherry sauce.
How high tech is this compound, by the way?
I used a move to do that, by the way.
Okay.
Does this king have a lot of tech, or are they more kind of
No, they're lower tech.
right.
They didn't have a lot of defenses to the planet.
The doorbell rings.
At the palace?
Yeah.
Oh,
The call that someone is at the gate wants an audience.
that seems suspicious.
Doorbell.
The king
But-
notices it, but doesn't do anything.
Was I supposed to get that?
Draxus is going to take a lateral move and ask Carl for their, like, is going to say, kind of look at Carl and be like, does that seem suspicious? Should we maybe get ready to leave?
I suppose that the king gets people calling on him, but we should be aware.
Okay. So you get a token.
Okay. I think I didn't have any, if I remember right. So that's good.
Yeah.
I don't remember how many I had. I didn't take any notes.
Don't they start over each session?
No, you would
No.
carry him over.
Okay. So yeah, we're having a conversation about that.
A butler comes in and whispers something in the king's ear. And he whispers something back. He doesn't whisper, he just kind of says quietly to him. And dinner continues.
Yeah, so my contact Benvin, he's got some supplies that we need to move. So he sent me the coordinates, and I'll tell you more details later.
So we're gonna go off planet, right?
Guess
Yeah,
guess so.
at some point, yeah. The sooner the better, but it's good money.
Okay.
Wait, I'm gonna get paid?
Nobody said anything about you getting paid.
Oh.
You were paying us to take you off the planet, remember?
Well, I wasn't the one saying something about credits here.
Who is this person?
Hi.
Is that a person?
Yeah.
So
I thought it was someone's cat. I didn't.
Draba gets up and starts walking across the table. Hey,
I used this opportunity to
Oh my
pocket some
goodness.
silverware.
Oh my goodness, you're getting fur all over the food.
it is so nice to meet you. I heard you're the first in command. That means you're almost the captain. It's nice to meet you.
Hello. Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
I feel like a bunch of fur just like
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
it's
over the
all
food.
over the table. Yeah.
it got over your hand when you like.
Like,
There's a little bit of
yeah.
commotion coming from back where the butler came from.
yeah, I'm Zuri.
Nuxo's gonna stand up and put her hand on her blaster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a little concerned about what's going on here.
Good idea,
Zuri
Nuxo.
starts looking for the escape routes.
The butler comes back in and says, "They insist on seeing you soon, sir, Your Majesty. They are being persuasive."
I've now started pocketing Draba's silverware as everyone is looking elsewhere, and I've already pocketed all of my silverware.
Hey, Your
So-
Majesty, who, and pointing to the butler too. Like, who is they?
Just
We got trouble?
we often get called upon here at the castle. It is some traders, they said.
So
Traitors.
I feel like Rahuko grabbed some food and is not sitting at the table. He's kind of like on the floor. He's so big. He kind of sat on the floor, like back a little ways off on the wall. With all this commotion coming on, he kind of looks over to the king, and says something.
Oh man.
The boss wants to know if you need any help. You know, arms removed from sockets, that kind of thing.
I mean, it is an unusual hour for
Go
people to
grab
come
some-
calling, and given that you have just returned my daughter this very evening, is a little suspicious. But I know they can wait.
I'm gonna hop down off the table and go sit.
I
next
feel
to
like Rahuko
Rahuko.
grabbed some food and is not sitting at the
On the
table.
floor.
He's kind of like on the floor. He's so big. He kind of sat on the floor, like back.
Zuri's gonna start picking at the fur that's on the table and kind of like gathering it up
Says
into
something.
little fur balls and stuff, but also still looking around, looking for a escape route.
There's multiple exits. This is like a dining room, so there's like 3 different exits, plus the kitchen.
Tin, does Draba speak Wookiee? Do you understand anything I'm saying? I just need to know.
It's a
I
good
don't know.
question. You want him to say no?
I don't think he does, but I feel like Draba feels connected to Rahuko in some way.
Little furry, big furry.
There you go.
And even smaller than an Ewok, so it's very, very tiny.
I think I pull a frog leg out of my pocket and go to hand it to Rahuko.
I look down again.
Oh, it's good.
Boss, the boss says you can't ride on his shoulders.
Well, I didn't ask. Was that an option? Let's connect.
Generally speaking,
Go to
no.
hand it to Rahuko.
Again.
So what's happening
Again.
outside?
So
The
yeah.
butler comes back in saying, Your Majesty, I told them that you cannot be disturbed as you are having dinner with your daughter and some guests. And they said they would then wait.
Who are these people?
Again.
Did they have weapons?
I mean, a lot of us have weapons, Zuri, but that's a good question.
They seem to have more like the gentleman's knife kind of thing.
Rahuko's gonna get up and go out there.
Uh-oh, there's action.
Oh.
I spring to my feet and run after Rahuko.
Draxus is gonna go towards the princess.
I'm just gonna follow Rahuko. Like
Nuxo like rolls her eyes and is like following after the kid and Rahuko.
I scoop up Draba.
Two merchant Rahuko. You first see 2 merchant men going out the front door,
Leaving?
leaving.
They said they would wait, is what
Yes.
the butler said.
Yes.
Draba, do you have a last name?
Yeah.
Klaatu.
Do you ever go by Mr. Klaatu?
I mean, if that's what makes you happy.
It does.
You guys catch up to Rahuko looking at a door that just shut. Front door.
And I'm gonna
Cover you, boss.
I'm
And
gonna chase
and
after. I'm gonna go follow after them. I'll pick
come
up
running
speed.
after
I'll pick
you,
up
like-
speed if I need to.
You open the door. There's a couple merchant-style coats laying on the ground.
Great, more imposters.
Oh, just not my size.
No, it'd be a blanket. It'd be a tent for you.
I'm gonna try and look with my one good eye. Can I see anything around in the dark? I'm assuming.
That sounds like a move. That sounds like a move.
Openly bear the scars of your past failures. Is that a vulnerable move?
Oh, you don't have any tokens yet.
Oh, I have tokens, but like I don't. Actually, I am gonna take a vulnerable move. I'm gonna put myself in danger to protect the younger generation.
Ooh, that's nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Okay, that gives me my next thing.
So I'm kind of like hastily like I'm looking at these like Rahuko's gonna look at these coats. He's gonna look around like these jack-offs, right? Like come in here when people are having dinner. Like he's looking for something now.
I'm gonna get you involved in a dangerous scheme with a scum and villainy move.
Okay.
As a ship kind of like rises up from like down the slope. You know the classic scene where the ship comes up from below.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now there's a runner that holds like 4 or 5 people hovering, pointing at you, saying, and you're a loudspeaker, "Give us the princess."
My ears go up.
Boss, I think you should come back inside.
Everyone hears that.
Okay. So, okay then.
We need to find a way to hide the princess.
Yeah. So Draxus
or
is going
get
to
to our
ask.
ship.
Draxus is going
Immediate
to
action
ask the
of
princess.
Rahuko.
Just
Me?
roar at them. No, I'm like obviously screaming at the ship.
Boss, come on back inside,
They
boss.
fire at the doors.
Oh Jesus! And I'm grabbing Rakuko with both my arms. And
Kid,
I
Rahuko,
drop
we need to
Draba
get
and
out of here.
I grab Rahuko and I'm like trying to drag him back inside. And I'm like, Draba, get the crew, get the captain.
I imagine we're all at attention now.
I'll like then I guess come back in reluctantly, slam the door shut, and I'll run into the other room now.
And running back to the rest of the group.
Like running back to the.
What are the rest of us doing?
Draxus
Zuri
is asking. Draxus is asking the princess if there's like a secret passage out. Which
Well, someone should. So who wants to be the princess?
might be a move for me.
I'm just coming villainy.
The boss wants to know why they. Well, we don't know who they are, boss. Boss wants to know why they want the princess.
The king is scrambling, calling guards, and guards come running in and running out towards the front of the house.
Oh boy, hey princess, is there a
Which
back
goes
way out of
boom,
here?
boom.
Yeah, we have 2 options: run or hide, and we don't have a lot of time to think about this.
Yeah, so
I'm always in favor of running.
Draxus is gonna take a strong move. I got 1 token left. And is going to get yourself or someone else out of harm's way. And is going to grab the princess and tell her to like lead me down the secret passageway.
There's servants' passageways between the rooms. We can get to the
Zuri will be following with Draxus. And she's got her blaster out and is like ready to help protect the princess.
Draba is going to do a strong move, and Draba is going to cause a distraction to help someone escape danger. And Draba is going to, still outside, has not come back inside yet, is waving the ship down. Hey, I know where that fancy dame is. The princess.
This guy, he's not gonna get on the ship.
None of us see that, right? Because we're all inside.
But
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm pointing in like a direction, like they took her over into those woods, like pointing in an opposite direction of wherever like everyone else is.
And you're spending a token.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm spending a token. It was my only token.
Well, then it works.
Yeah.
hmm
Zuri is gonna ask the princess. It would be helpful for us to know exactly why are they after you. 'Cause I
They
don't
shoot
think we know that, do we?
They shoot one more shot at the house and collapse part of the front of the building
Oh boy.
as a parting shot.
Oh no, this is not good. If we don't get out of here, like we've got to run. I don't think we can hide because they're just gonna demolish this whole thing. We need to get out. We need to get out now.
All right, so we're running. I think the king is like, yeah, get her out of here.
I start running back, see like the explosion in the front of the building, and I'm gonna start running towards like where the ship is, and I'm gonna start like scaling the wall, like a little like creature, and like start climbing up to where the ship is.
This isn't the mandate, right? This is the scum and
Scum and
villainy.
villainy.
hmm
That's a pillar I'm playing from right now.
Mm-hmm.
Does the princess tell us why they're coming after her? Does she know?
I don't know. Does the princess know?
I'm looking at you, Kayla, since this maybe it was your backstory. Since this was your backstory.
Yeah. Well, so initially Draxus kidnapped her to give to the Rancor Fang, and then found out that it was a kidnapping. I don't think the princess knows. I think the king knows.
He is not following you.
Because if we know what they want, I mean, we may not be able to come up with a deal, but maybe we can. Maybe there's some bargain or something, but
They
think
seem
we have
pretty
to ask
fucking
the
intent
king.
on getting her. They're not going to bargain.
I don't know.
That's
if
true, Carl.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to be hopeful.
My hope is getting on our ship and getting out of here.
Okay. Good plan.
And take as many down as we can on the way out.
As you do.
Sounds right.
Okay, so we're gonna be rushing through the servants' quarters to get to.
It's like passageways between the rooms that the servants use to move unseen.
How big are these passageways?
One person, not going to
Good
bargain.
question.
I don't
know.
think
That's true,
Rahuko
Carl.
is going with you through those
We-
passageways.
You could go sideways Just to getting on our ship and getting out of here.
Good plan.
And take as
If
many
he has
down
any
as we can on the way.
claustrophobia, that would
Yeah.
definitely be a trigger.
I mean, they're big enough to be. They can carry a serving tray with them through
plan.
it, so it's
And
not
take
super narrow, but it's not like a 10-foot
Good
passageway.
plan.
And take
How
as
tall
many down.
is it?
Yeah, that's
And take as many down as
You
we
have to,
can
you
on
have
the
to squat.
way.
So
And
he's
take as
gonna have
many
to like
down as
lean
we
I'm
can on
moving
the
to
way.
hobble because he's
grumbling
As
you do.
Wookiee grumbles
Sounds right.
as I go.
Only in some places. Most places they're as tall as the room they're in, and these are high ceilings. Fancy place.
and take as
But
many down
several
as we
minutes
can
later,
on
you
the
make
way
it back
out.
to the ship.
Okay.
I'm like waving everyone down, like, come on. What took you guys so long?
How did you
How
get
did-
up there?
How,
It doesn't matter. Let's go.
We need to make sure everybody's on board.
Yeah. Draxus is
Do we
gonna
have
look.
everyone?
I don't know. Do we? Is everyone on board?
Where's
It-
Nuxo?
Nuxo's running with you.
Whole
all.
party's here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
whole
think
party's
everybody gets
Alright.
on.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Princess with us as well, I'm assuming.
Yeah, the princess is with us. Yeah.
RFX was still on the ship, so it'll
Yeah.
take off.
Yeah.
promptly.
I think we should have a conversation with the princess and try to figure out
We should get
why
out of
they're
here.
after her at some point.
I agree with the grumpy guy. We need to get out of here.
Nuxo's going to preemptively run to the gunnery just
Okay.
because we have a tendency to get followed.
That's true. Draxus is also gonna kind of look at Zuri and say, "What's this new job? Where are we headed?"
It's a place that we've been to before.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know Star Wars, so
I was gonna say where
Okay. Pick it up.
where is that?
We
to
can
me?
make up planets. It's okay.
Mos Espa. No, wait, that's a village.
Yeah, that's the town. Yeah.
What am I thinking of? Oh, hold on.
Well,
Hold on.
I don't have
I
it
got a
open, but
planet.
this would be a great opportunity, I think,
To use the places
to
thing.
use the
Yes, yeah,
places
yeah.
thing in the Galactic 2E book. Where's my? I didn't open up the PDF of that though.
Okay, then I don't got a place.
All right. Okay. So, places. It can be. We can choose, or I can roll.
ooh.
Rolling might be fun. Somewhere
Okay.
new.
So it's a forgotten place.
And if it doesn't work, we roll.
So we did forgotten
again,
place.
like if it doesn't make sense.
We did forgotten place last time, so I'm gonna reroll.
We did the shipwreck. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a natural place. Swampy area. So then from there, it's choose two aesthetic elements: water that seeps into your clothes, heaviness in the air, hostile flora, bubbling mud, swarms of bugs, slow and lumbering creatures. I kind of like water that seeps into your clothes.
I like slow and lumbering creatures.
Yeah. What do we think about that?
I kind of like that. Yeah.
Okay. And then it's choose one or to two rumored to be here. A strange but kind swamp creature, a Nova training in solitude, a lost artifact, a portal to the planet lost to time. We could have one of those things attached to be like whatever this job is. So if it like fits, like is it an artifact that we're picking up? Are we picking up somebody from this training facility? Would any of
Sorry,
those
what do you
fit?
think?
My idea was that we're actually going to be moving weapons to support some type of war or something.
Somebody
Okay,
could be hiding in the
so-
swamp with
but,
weapons.
I mean, could it?
Yeah.
I mean, could we be delivering
be a-
or picking up weapons from the Nova Training Center?
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
it's a Nova Training in Solitude, but maybe we can tweak. it a
Maybe
little bit.
there's like a rebel like base or something there.
Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
like that. That'll bring the liberation in. So, and then does anybody else have a thought on the other ones?
What were they again?
A strange but kind swamp creature, a lost artifact, a portal to the planet lost to time.
I like one of the last two.
A lost artifact.
Strange artifact.
An artifact or something about
Yeah.
maybe an artifact. I think an artifact would be fun.
Okay.
I mean,
So
it's rumored to be here, right? It may not actually
That's
be
correct.
there.
Right.
Correct.
yeah, we're going to planet Kybos.
Okay. RFX. take us to these coordinates.
Absolutely.
I
Is
thought
the
he
kid
was
still here.
I'm literally standing behind you. You asshole.
You're standing behind RFX. RFX said that.
Yeah. Oh, the artifact. So
Over the
that,
radio.
yeah, I'm literally standing behind you. You asshole. You know what?
It's like
I'm gonna be nice. I'll be nice to you. You're not an asshole. But I'm still standing behind you.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the co-pilot seat and look at the sensors to see if anybody's following after us.
All right.
The cruiser that went out to the forest is coming back from the forested area towards the house.
Okay, but they're not following us.
Well, they're coming back to the house. We haven't
Oh.
taken off yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Rahuko has gone and is wrapping a piece of cloth around his arm. I'm imagining everybody in the commotion, everybody's doing something, and he's off.
Are we
by-
leaving?
Yeah,
We were
yeah.
already in the air.
I'm a,
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I think
assuming
RFX is
yeah, is
RFX is
Following
already
it out.
there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're taking off.
yes. And I'm keeping my eyes on the sensors to see if they're following us.
Makes sense.
Oh, that cruiser that was just about to land in front of the house, he sees us take off and it starts to rise back up into air again.
All right, Nook, so it looks like they are coming towards us. And I give you the the distance, the
so-
coordinates.
Draxus wants to take a vulnerable move and wants to make a rash maneuver that puts you or others in danger, and is like so adamant about like getting out of the space so that the princess can't be captured, that they engage hyperspace. They engage the hyperdrive.
Are we
Too
on
early.
planet?
Yeah.
Mhm.
How does RFX respond?
We
to
are
that?
still in the atmosphere.
Oh dear.
It's a rash maneuver.
Well,
Rahuko kind of like he wraps this bandage around his arm and he sits down on the floor in the middle of the ship amidst all this chaos and is just trying to find some sort of peace within it. I don't think it's working, but
Boss, what are you doing? Are you meditating, boss? Boss, what are you doing?
Hey, Raz, that's your name, right?
Yeah.
Hey, the captain told me to tell you to go into RFX's room
No, she didn't.
and grab some tools to fix the engine in the front. But don't touch it. Just get the tools and go over there and get it ready for that grumpy guy.
Oh, that does actually sound believable. Okay.
I'm just gonna roar at both of you as you're just like talking next to me nonsense.
Does Raz do it?
Roz will do it.
Then Raz gets a token because he did something ridiculous that I said to do.
That's amazing.
Wait, was I not supposed to do that?
Really quick. Are there any consequences to the rash maneuver?
To what?
I mean, I think there should be.
Well, it's a vulnerable. Right, it's a vulnerable move.
Yeah. I don't know enough about the mechanics of something like
Yeah.
this,
Hmm.
so I think we'll have to make this up.
You're gonna have some sort of engine malfunction.
Well, you
Yeah,
didn't tell me. You didn't tell me to fix anything. You said get the tools.
Yeah.
So I have now gone into
Yeah.
RFX's room once again, rearranged all his stuff once again after saying to myself like I'm gonna try to be nice to him, and then went and done this. And so when he gets mad at me, I'm gonna get mad at you, and that is your
We
consequence,
can
sir.
just say that the engine has stalled out attempting it.
Yeah,
So we're
I think that's a
literally stalled. And Draxus is like, Carl, what, Carl?
Yeah, you hit hyperspace while we were in an atmosphere.
What else
This
was I
happened.
supposed to do? Draxus is very.
All
clearly,
right.
We were
frustrated.
supposed to let Nuxo blow him to pieces, like that has happened before.
I guess I'll spend my token to jury rig a temporary solution under duress because we're being fired at.
Yeah, I'm gonna also go into the other room where Roz is and be like, "You didn't actually do anything, did you?"
I touched nothing. I brought the hydrospammer in here. I put it down, and I stepped away from the engine.
What the hell's a hydrospammer?
I point to what the sonic screwdriver that is not at all a hydrospammer.
So I have a question, interpretation. I have a lateral move, add a functionality to something you fix.
Ooh.
Give a token to the person you helped. Can I use that to fix the hyperdrive, or do I have to fix it first with a token?
That could be kind of fun.
I only have one token.
So the lateral moves, you give one of your tokens to somebody else.
Right, I know. I was saying I
believe.
give it to the captain because the captain ordered me. But do I have to fix it first with another token? That's jury rig. I think just fixing things is what I do.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to use a lateral move.
Well, I kind of
But
want to.
It's up to you if you want to.
If it makes sense in the context, I think it's okay.
Well, I think I'm going to fix the hyperdrive and see if I can add a function that allows us to do a quick getaway when we like we just tried to.
Okay.
As I fix it, and I will give that token to Draxus,
All
who
right.
gave the order.
Makes sense.
So I'm going to fix the hyperdrive, but we're getting fired at. So Nuxo.
Mm-hmm. Nuxo, I've got a token. So Nuxo is once again going to get out of a bad situation at the last moment. And
I really
is
want
going
Nuxo
to
roll. Just because.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I could do all the things, but Nuxo is going to shoot off, like after we like stall out. Nuxo is just gonna start firing on the ship that's following us, and is like confused about what just happened because, come on, trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Well, you lay down a nice fire, and the ship actually turns tail.
Okay.
And runs off because you spent the token.
Yeah. I didn't kill them, but they're gone.
I guess that works.
All right. So that gives me a little time to fix this.
Always coming to the rescue.
You're going to pull something like that. Let me know next time.
Yeah. Okay.
Now you all have me Googling, can you go into hyperspace in a planet atmosphere?
Draxus is gonna like skulk off to her room.
I think everything I've come across says you can, but it's dangerous.
That is the truth.
Because it's happened in several movies and shows. But yeah.
And they always make a big deal about how it's a bad idea.
How the ship could blow up, or you could fall apart in hyperspace and you would die. Yeah.
Yeah. So we just lost our engine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what does Draxus do?
Draxus is gonna like skulk off into her room.
Okay. Raz, I want to point out the time to you.
I know. I don't know what's going on with my people.
Okay. Okay, so I get the engine fixed. And we pop into hyperspace. And at that time, I'm playing Scum and Villainy still, remember? Where is everybody?
I think I'm sitting down with the kid, Roz, telling stories to him.
Right next to Rahuko,
To Roz.
but near
No,
Rahuko.
right next to Rakuko. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. If he's next to Rahuko, that's exactly where I am.
I'm trying my
Carl's
hardest
still-
to ignore them.
Carl's still working on the engine. Draxus and Zuri are in the cockpit.
I'm still in the
Draxus
gunnery.
went to
Oh
her
yeah,
crew quarter.
with the princess.
Yeah, Zuri is. I guess so. Zuri is looking at the sensors, checking to make sure that like we're not being followed while RFX is piloting the ship.
And where are you, Nixo?
Nix is at the gunnery still, just
Right,
in case.
okay.
Yep.
We're not being followed, but from the bowels of the ship, 6 armed people come out to the cockpit, and the 3 sitting in the cargo hold,
Oh wow.
guns drawn, wearing detonators on their, grenades on their belt, all sorts of, looking impressively weaponed, armed. That's the word I'm looking for.
Well, this is
I
bad.
stand up slowly and I put my hands up and I turn to face them. Hello, gentlemen. Is there anything I can help you with?
Don't gender us.
All right,
Yeah,
individuals.
you have some cargo that's
How should I
ours.
call you?
You have some cargo that's ours.
Cargo that's yours. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, about so tall, long hair, rich daddy.
I'm gonna point over to Draba.
Hi. You looking for me?
I don't unless you're looking for drama, I don't know what you're talking about.
You see, I'm from royalty. I used to have long hair, but these nice people here cut my hair so I look nice and presentable for
These
when
moves
I go.
aren't so great for this situation, but I guess you have any tokens there, Zuri?
No, I have no tokens.
Oh, okay. Fine. He shoots you. You gain a token for getting involved in a dangerous scheme.
Oh my goodness. Ow, that hurt.
Shoots you in the leg.
Oh no.
Zori is gonna be traumatized from this again.
Well, everyone says,
I don't know why you hit me. I'm not gonna be of any help if I'm dead, just so you know.
Hey,
There's other people on board. And everyone says, I remember this one.
Oh.
who are they?
Pointing at Zuri.
Oh.
How many of them are there?
There's 3 with you guys, and I guess you saw the other 3 go to the cockpit.
Which is in the cockpits where Zuri and basically I am, and I'm nearby with the.
Carl's in the engine compartment somewhere.
Does everybody hear
I'm
the
gonna spend a
gunshot?
token. What?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
hear
probably
laser.
the 3 of us.
Draxus, you hear laser fire.
Look, is there any way that we can have a conversation about this? You know, I have a delicious cherry pie.
Shut up.
I like how you've just been shot and you're just like, would you like some cherry pie?
Would you like some
maybe?
cherry
In like a nice
pie?
calm voice.
It's really good.
Cherry pie.
As this is happening, Rahuko is just sitting there. I'm gonna spend a token. I'm gonna show flashes of the hero you used to be. I am just gonna quickly stand up The one that just shot was who also said like, "Oh, I remember this one," pointing to Zuri.
That was over by the cockpit. So
So
you're
it's two separate.
two
Yeah.
separate groups.
Oh, are they? Is like I imagine we're in the cargo hold.
Yeah.
Probably.
And like the cockpit, like I think we've
Over by
established that the
11.
cockpit is like kind of on the other side behind other doors and stuff.
Yeah, so the cockpit is over by like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're by 11 and 12 on the map.
So
you heard a shot, and
Yeah.
you probably
And-
heard
yeah.
Zuri crawl out, but you don't know like.
And you've got three over by you of these guys. I think Nuxo is closer, and like the door for the gunnery is like right there to the cockpit.
Oh, we've got 3 by us, and we heard
Yeah.
the shot.
Yeah.
Okay, I
And-
know what I'm doing.
Well, can I finish?
Yeah.
my
Finish yours,
move,
Dustin.
off. So I'm gonna spend a token to show flashes of the hero that you used to be. I'm gonna quickly get up, and the one that just shot Zuri.
That's in a different room.
Oh, you're in a different room.
Right.
Yes, we have
So-
3.
Sorry, I'm thinking that. So I'm gonna hold off on that then, because I was thinking this was happening to the people next to me. Sorry, that was my mistake.
But I got you. I got you because I hear the shot, and I hear Zuri scream, right? And I look at the 3 guards that are on us, and I'm going to gain a token by starting a fight I can't win,
Which is
And-
exactly what I was gonna do.
screaming my battle cry, which is something like "Ah!" as I like dive at one of the guards and be like, "We gotta protect Zuri."
This freaks me out. And
You don't even know that they shot Zuri.
I heard her scream from the front.
Could have shot somebody. She could have shot me, and Zuri
I
could have
heard
screamed.
someone. I heard we have to protect the crew, and I dive at one of them, who's probably like twice my size because I'm a wiry adolescent Twi'lek. So I dive at him, and the guy's just like doing one of these and holding me at a distance. And I'm like, "I'll kill you!"
Roz, what are you doing? You're gonna get yourself shot. Calm down.
You're not there.
Yeah, you're
Zuri.
not. You're in the cockpit with.
give-
Oh,
me-
oh, you're doing that to the guard that's near you.
That's
Yes.
near me.
The
Right.
bandit near or whatever near you. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I'm
I'm-
with Draba and Rahuko in the cargo hold.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm going to
With
take
the
a vulnerable
candlestick.
move too. And I'm going to say, I'm not getting involved in this. And I'm going to like sit down and scoot myself back like freaked out. That's me gaining a token.
And Nuxa is going to gain a token by starting a fight she can't win by coming out of the gunnery and just like launching herself at one of the guys and like punching him. Not even like, because the gunnery is kind of small, you can't really grab your blaster. So she jumps at him and yells for, I guess, Draxus.
Yeah.
What are you
So
yelling?
as soon as as soon as Nuxo goes up, Zuri is going to quickly press the comm button that will notify Draxus of the sound that's going on in the cockpit. It's like that's how one of the things that the ship is arranged. And then she's gonna try to, wrestle with one of them, try to remove their weapon, shoot at them, that sort of thing, whatever she can. It's definitely gonna be a little bit of a wrestling match.
What move are you making?
I don't know that I have like a specific move.
Since since you're definitely taking
I
a really assertive action.
Oh, I do have one token, yeah. Oh, I actually do have a different move. Persuade someone to de-escalate, but I don't know how I'm gonna de-escalate someone who's right in the middle of a fight.
With your words.
So,
Pie?
yes, with my words and pie. So I'm gonna go over to one of the men that haven't shot at me and go, like, I don't think this is something that you want to interfere with, like, I think we can have a conversation. I've got good pie, and like we can all like just calm down and just relax, So I'll spend a token to try to calm and de-escalate the one guy. Try to hopefully get him a little bit on my side. And
Well,
That's right. It's a fairer fight. It's
de-escalate is different than convince to, to switch sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you guys can do this easier without any bloodshed. Like, let's try that route.
You give us, tell you what, you give us the princess and we'll let you live. Work for me here. Work with me here. Go get her. Show me where she is.
I wish I could help you. I really do. I'm not sure I even know who you're talking about. Could you even explain, why do you want the princess? Like, what are you going to get out of that? Maybe I can help you with that.
Nice.
Princess, what princess? What do you need her for?
Yeah. What princess? Why do you want the princess?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that there's a princess. Like, hypothetically, if there were a princess, what do you need her for?
Right, exactly.
We're all fine here. How are you? Shoot the comm panel.
I'm having trouble with these scum and villainy moves.
I'm gonna pull a strong move and exploit an opportunity when someone underestimates me. And I'm gonna like walk over almost like on all fours, almost like if I'm like some like pet, my eyes like wide open. I'm gonna have my ears like down and floppy, and I'm gonna like get nice and close to one of these guys. And I'm gonna look for like a place where they don't have armor, and I'm just gonna chomp down on that area of their body.
I don't know what's going on where we are also, but if anyone pulls a blaster on Roz, I will immediately act.
Okay, so what's happening where you are is Roz is jumped in, fist the flailing to lose a fight. Draba has just pulled, I'm just a little innocent pet move.
Yeah.
And they didn't notice because you were being the pet.
Yeah.
Until it was too late. And you, Rahuko, what are you doing?
I'm observing this situation, making sure my friends are okay. But
your friend is in a fight with 3 guys.
What's that?
Your friend is in a fight with 3 people.
All right. So I feel like one of them pulls a blaster on Roz, right? And it's just like,
and he's gonna step back. No, you're wrestling with 2 of them. One steps back and pulls out a blaster.
And the moment that happens, Roz, I'm gonna spend a token and show a flash of a hero that you used to be. With actual like kind of surprising speed for Rahuko. I'm going to jump up. I will grab the blaster out of the person's hand and like cold clock another one next to him. I'll grab it, turn that on him, and just like knock the other guy out. Maybe doing more harm than that. I am not pulling punches right now. I'm not paying attention. But try not to hurt anyone too much.
Is it weird to be doing combat in those games?
A little bit.
Yeah. So, but you spend a token, so you cold clock one of them, and you pull a gun on the other one, and
I pull the gun out of that person's hand and turn it on them.
Right. So you got one at gunpoint. Roz is wrestling with the third one, who has now just been bitten by our resident pet.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in the cockpit?
So I'm trying to have a conversation with the guy, try to persuade him, de-escalate him, get him to calm his friends down so we
They are not
can
fighting you,
talk?
but one of them, Nuxo, is wrestling with a couple of them.
I think when Nuxo jumped out to like attack the guy, she's tried to grab his blaster and like wrestle for that, and maybe she lost and he's now pointing the blaster at her. Maybe that's how it was a fight she couldn't win. I think that's what's going on.
Also, don't forget, I did click on the communicator, so now Draxus can hear everything. And Zuri is saying, "Oh, you three gunned men trying to harm us," and and she describes how they're dressed in a like casual way.
Yeah, so Draxus just like barricaded the door.
Princess is a little freaked out. Like, they're on the ship?
I'm curious, how did you get on the ship? Because we're pretty good at like keeping people off on that, but are you guys hiding in the cargo bay or something? Guys are quite smart. Quite
Maybe
smart.
RFX is in the cockpit too.
RFX is in the cockpit too. What
I
would
feel like-
RFX do?
I think it's
feel
time
like-
for a glue bomb.
My goodness.
Either that or some like thing that's gonna knock him out.
Oh man, I kind of like that idea.
Yeah.
But what if he throws something back and it knocks them out, but it doesn't just knock them out, it knocks out Nuxo too.
Oh, okay.
If you're using a
I mean-
concussion grenade or gas in the small quarters, yeah, you're going to get everybody.
I would get knocked out too, but RFX will still be fine.
I feel like that's something he would do. He would care, so he wouldn't do something that would kill us all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
We'll
so
put
suddenly
ourselves
you
in a
all
bad
hear
moment.
yeah, you will all hear like a boom sound.
hear like a-
yeah.
And then Draxus is gonna hear us like coughing and like
Yeah. Like
and then silence.
and then silence. And should we end it there?
Yeah.
By the way, on my playbook that I'm still working on for the droid, one of the vulnerable moves is make a mistake when you try to help, causing a twist to the situation.
I feel like that's a good for all the droids in the movies and our specific droid.
That's
I think
fantastic.
Carl is disregarding someone's wants or needs in favor of his work.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It's kind of he's deep in the engine.
I think it makes sense.
So everyone in the cockpit would be unconscious, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that's what I
That's
thought.
what we're calling.
Can we
Alright,
try and
sounds good.
resolve what the heck is happening in the cargo bay? We've got one knocked out, one has got two small people on him, and
The other one's a
third one I
gunman.
have a blaster turned on.
They don't have great moves on in this thing here, so I want to leave it a little bit of a cliffhanger.
How about this? I can use a lateral move to the scum and villainy. I can offer a warning based on a memory of the war, and if give them a token if they heed it.
Oh.
Mm.
So I could give the scum and villainy a token.
They get tokens?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pillars do, yeah. So with
And they
this
can give us tokens.
So with this blaster turned, and actually, I don't even know if any of them would understand me.
I mean, if they were a part of any of the wars where there were Wookiees
They
involved,
might
I'm sure
understand, yeah.
just the imagery of you doing something could be
Right.
enough.
Right.
See, one of them invited a betrayal from Zuri, so that gave them a token. You didn't follow it, but they got a token.
So we want,
What are you doing?
So I just kind of like turn and then I use the talking for a minute, basically just saying, I'm not going to type it out here in the chat, but basically just saying, which one of you is next?
Boss wants to know which one of us is next.
Andromeda bit one of them, right? So
I'm still like on them, like
Clamped
let
on.
go.
You're like on one of their knees while I'm
Yeah.
like trying to like bend the guy's arm behind his back or something.
It's not really a move, but in order to increase attention, one of them, the one you're wrestling with, pulls something out, smash it on the ground, and smoke starts to fill the hold.
Okay.
And when the smoke clears enough, the two of them are not to be seen.
Ninjas!
Which one's
Space
left?
ninjas!
The one that you knocked out,
Okay.
or the one that Rahuko knocked out.
Right. And then we.
And you cough in the smoke and you release your
Let go.
group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So there's two people
Loose on the ship.
loose on the ship.
Right.
All right.
That's a good cliffhanger.
That's a
That is
good
a
ending.
cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Cool.
So weird doing combat with system. We didn't really do combat, but just like, how do you negotiate?
Right.
I guess you spend your tokens.
Yeah, because I definitely picked a character that is more of. There's some things here, but it's more. It seems like my vulnerable moves are like comedic relief
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So it's weird for me now, like playing this type of character, but having to spend the moves to get the tokens to do that stuff. But sometimes it feels like it doesn't fit exactly.
Right.
So I'm gonna have to like figure out how to make that work.
Well, and this is maybe a little more combat than we usually do in these kind of games.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we came from the Suede, so we're like,
Right.
we shoot things.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
Well, and that's typically what a Star Wars environment is shooting
Oh,
things
very
or
interesting.
laser sorting
To
things.
see how we adapt to this.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. Do we want to get into our?
We're gonna
Check
check
out.
out.
Do the checkout.
All right. So there are 3 questions in checkout.
There are 4
And
lights.
brief answers. I'm putting them in the chat for the Twitch. I can put them in this chat too, the Zoom. Each person briefly in a sentence answer each of these questions. And I'm going to give us an A for question and answers for the first one and a B minus on being brief. You did a good job, but not a great job.
Well, I'll go first because I expect to leave any moment. What did I appreciate about my play today? I thought that I did well, especially in the beginning. Excuse me. Especially in the beginning, following suit on my plan to pilfer the riches of the palace, and generally acting like an incompetent 16-year-old. What I appreciate about someone else's play, I really enjoyed Tim's voice and the juxtaposition that he created with this cute character and this like ridiculous voice. What advice would my character give me? Roz would probably tell me to rally and pump up and go meet my friends at the movie, and not just go to sleep like an old man.
All right.
I'll jump in here next. What did I appreciate about my play today? I really wanted to give other people a chance to shine in some ways, and I thought I did. I thought I did all right with that. What I appreciate about someone else's play, Scott, I really like the way that you came up with that creative like interlude scene that didn't involve any of
Yeah,
our
that was really
characters. I
cool.
thought that was
Mm-hmm.
a kind of creative way to play that. What advice would my character give me? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out a little bit, I guess. But maybe just I'm thinking something along the lines of like you need to help them. Like help figure a way to help everybody. I'm getting this like vibe. Oh wait, I'm thinking of this wrong. What advice would my character give me? Um, Continue to be like it's okay to be patient, I think. Yeah.
I guess I'll go next. What did I appreciate about my play today? Similar to Dustin, I tried to let everyone else do things, but it's hard for me when I'm like being this exaggerated character. Sometimes I like to be in the scene, so I'm trying to just let go of that a little bit.
And also, you were trying to bring in your character.
Exactly. Like it was hard for me to like let other people do everything, but also try to like bring my character in. What did I preach about someone else's play? I like to see Zuri like actually being assertive in a scene, like instead of shutting down and like in especially in a very stressful scene, trying to like push, like trying to get Drax's attention. Like that's something that I don't know if I would have seen that in some of the last games that we played. And what advice would my character give me? It would probably be sit down and don't get involved in this. I do a lot of things, and I think that'd be pretty good advice for me to, hey, why don't you go take a break?
Yeah. I'll go. What did I appreciate about my play today? I appreciated that I took a lateral move first, instead of like trying to gain a token. I chose to give a token. What did I appreciate about someone else's play? I really appreciated Menachem playing Scum and Villainy and kind of creating the scene and kind of setting the stage. What advice would my character give me? I think Draxus would tell me to be cautious.
I'll go. What did I appreciate about my play? I am in a sweaty hot box right now. And I've had a lot of distractions tonight, but I think I was able to focus pretty well and stay in character. What did I appreciate about someone else's play? Kayla, you took the words out of my mouth. I appreciate Menachem's playing of the Scum and Villainy. I think you did a great job, and I hope you had fun playing it tonight. And advice that my character would give to me. Earlier, I said I would tell her to slow down. She would tell me, just keep moving forward.
Nice. So I'll go next. What did I appreciate about my play today? I think I really liked it when Zuria was like, we have to choose like run or hide, so she's kind of letting more of the anxiety and the trauma like out a little bit, and hopefully that's going to help her to start managing it a little bit better. So I'm excited about that. What did I appreciate about someone else's play? I would say that I really liked Rahuko. I really liked how Dustin's character like gave Zuri support. And Rahuko tends to like ask these questions, and Zuri's starting to like figure out like, yeah, that's a really important question that I hadn't thought about at all. And so I really appreciate that. And what advice would my character give me? I would say that Zuri would tell me, check the inside of the ship every time, like all the way through, like, because clearly you missed something. Because how did these guys get on board your ship without you knowing? Like, ugh.
I think that leaves me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I believe so.
I appreciated. I was gonna say I appreciated my little scum and villainy plan and getting the little trap set after figuring out what it was. I just love the moment when Nixo jumped out of the gunnery bay and just flung herself into these guys because you're our heavy hitter. So,
Yeah.
and what would Carl tell Menachem? Carl would say, "Fucking swear a little more often and don't take any bullshit."
Yes, yes, yes.
Ooh, you said a bad word.
They're good words.
They're just words.
It's either the most powerful word or the least powerful word in the language. Fuck.
Yeah.
So the way we end is we do the name thing in reverse. You say your character name, we repeat it. Player name, repeat it. Good night or whatever you want to say.
Start.
Okay.
I'm Drama.
Hey, Draba, good
Hi,
night.
Draba.
Good night.
Night drama.
And I am Tim. Good night.
Good night.
Good night,
Night,
Tim.
Tim.
Night, Tim.
You can't go though.
Turn the lights off.
Closing time.
Oh my God, this is so lame. I'm Roz. I'm going to sleep. You
Yeah,
all.
whatever, Roz.
Hi, Roz.
Whatever,
Era.
Roz.
Good night, everybody. I'm Scott.
Good night,
Night,
Scott.
Night,
Good
Scott.
night, Scott.
I am Rahuko.
Hi,
Good
Rahuko.
Good night,
Good night,
Rahuko.
Rahuko.
Good night, Rahuko.
And I am Dustin, and I will be going to bed shortly.
Good
Good
night.
night,
night,
Dustin.
Dustin.
Going to bed shortly. Is that a
I-
family name?
I'm Nuxo.
Hey,
Hi,
Nixon.
Hey,
Nuxo.
Good night, Nuxo.
I'm Laura.
Good night,
Night,
Laura.
Good night,
Laura.
Lara.
Good night.
I'm Zuri.
Good night,
Good night,
Zuri.
Zuri.
Zuri?
Sorry.
I'm Tennille.
Good night,
Hey,
Tennille.
Good
good
night.
Good night,
Tennille.
Tennille.
I'm Draxus.
Good night.
Good night,
Good night,
Hi,
Draxus.
Draxus.
I'm Kayla.
Good night,
Good night,
Kayla.
Kayla.
Hi, Kayla.
Yeah, I'm Carl.
Good night.
Sweet dreams,
Hey,
Carl.
Carl.
Night,
Night, Carl.
Fuck
Sweet
you, Carl.
dreams.
Don't get all mushy on me now. And my name is Menachem.
Good night,
Good night,
Menachem.
Menachem.
Hi, Manaka.
And good night, viewers, if there's any left.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Hi, viewers. Good night,
Good night.
everyone.
Thanks, everyone, for
We'll be live
Yeah.
next week
Oh.
with Teenage Nightmares.
Hey, and
Teenage Nightmare
announcements are my thing. I'm bad at that.
And we'll resolve this cliffhanger in 2 weeks,
That's
Absolutely.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's
So
gonna
stay
happen?
tuned.
Folly's luck.
just make sure we're playing the July 4th weekend, because that will be that weekend.
Yeah. We will
All right.
be in touch about that.
Stay tuned to Twitter, I guess. If not, we'll let you know. But yeah, thanks for anybody joining us, watching this later. It's been fun. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll catch you next time.
Good night.
All right.
Night.
Good night.
Thank you.